Randomly blaming Obama was just one way for Fox to defend Trump. I mean, these guys hit every single angle they could find. For instance, when Trump asked Comey to drop the investigation into Flynn, well, according to Fox News, that could mean anything.
This morning, we're going to be talking about what legal experts say about, is it obstruction of justice? There are a lot of people who are now saying, when he said, I hope you can let this go, what did he mean exactly?
When you say you hope for something, it's not a command. It's not saying you better do this. It's like, I hope I get a bicycle for Christmas, and I really hope you show up to my birthday party, or I really hope that you won't make loud noises, when I'm sleeping. It seems like it's not a big deal.
Yo, that guy better pray he never meets up with the mafia. Because he clearly doesn't understand subtext. He's gonna have both kneecaps broken going, but Mr. Soprano, you just said you really hoped I could pay you by Tuesday. And I couldn't. I don't understand. Like, Fox News had so many ways to spin this. They even had the most challenging one, which was pretending that instead of believing James' total honesty Comey, we should all trust Donald my inauguration crowds are the biggest Trump.
I want to bring you to what Senator Richard Burr said. Somebody's going to have to do more than have anonymous sources on this one for me to believe there's something there.
When you jot down the notes, he's not going to... Right, he's just saying what I think that he said, but it might not be verbatim.
Right. It seems to me curious as to why this memo would only be surfacing now after he's been fired.
Is there anyone that's watching this or in anywhere that can believe anything that James Comey is saying about any of these matters?
Yeah, a whole bunch of us, yeah, because there were only two people in that room, two people. One of them took notes. The other one is the world's most famous liar. Like, forget about lying about what happens in private conversation. Trump lies about things we can see. The size of his crowds, the margin of his victories, the real color of his skin. There are two things that Donald Trump tries to avoid at all costs: the truth and his son Eric. We know this. Yeah, I believe the guy who took notes. Now, to some of the people on Fox, it doesn't even matter whether Trump or Comey is telling the truth. What really matters is the ratings.
This is a scandal with no video, with no audio, with no sex, with no money, with no dead bodies. It's a boring scandal. No one knows the deputy AG's name. No one can pronounce the Russian defense minister's name. There's memos, and which memo, and who sent what memo to who. No one is emotionally invested or can even understand this story.
I think you're confusing a constitutional crisis with a movie pitch. He sounds like he works in Hollywood. No money, no dead bodies, no sex. Take this to PBS. Come on, I can't work with this. Yeah, clearly in Jesse Waters' mind, if he can't jerk off to it, then it's not news. Last night, every single anchor on Fox News was truly special in their own way. But one man captured the essence of the evening in a way that very few could. In fact, I think he perfectly got to the heart of how Fox reacted to the scandal and really to the entirety of Donald Trump's presidency.
The world is a very complicated place, Washington especially. What you think is happening often really isn't happening.
What you think is happening often really isn't happening? What are you, white Morpheus? Who are you, man? Last night I realized why Donald Trump loves Fox News so much. They're basically his Snapchat filter, right? Because whatever the reality is, they'll always make him look better than he is. Yeah. And just like a snap, we're all hoping that he disappears soon.